My name is Bobcat, and I am a traveling one-man band. I've been on tour now for 31 months. It is October of 2025, and March of 2023 was when I started touring. Have not stopped. Tonight, I only have 3 hours and 24 minutes down US 20, and I'm going to be playing at John Henry's with my friend Sasquatch and the Sickabillies in Sasquatch and the Sickabillies as the bass player. Very excited about this. I drove 4 days non-stop across the country. I left Monday morning. What's going on, Ninja? Here? Thank you so much for chiming in today. I left Monday morning in the Philadelphia area, drove up 476, down I-80, and then Monday night, I slept at a truck stop in eastern Indiana along I-80. Tuesday, started my day. I was just saying about when I started this trip out to Oregon. Tuesday, I started in eastern Indiana and I got to central Nebraska. That is a long trip along I-80, and I was traversing through all, 3/4 of Indiana, which isn't a big part of the trip, Illinois, including Chicago, Iowa, which is long, and half of Nebraska, which is the longest. Yesterday, I started in western Nebraska, and I got to I got to Idaho, just south of Twin Falls. Today, I started in Twin Falls, Idaho, and in 3 hours and 22 minutes, I will be at beautiful John Henry's in Eugene, Oregon. It was a long trip, and it's still a long trip. This is the most I've ever driven in a 4-day period, straight across the country, from the East Coast to the West Coast along I-80. Of course I stopped. To drive this without stopping would be crazy. But I have a little I have a hidden power. It's called perseverance. When the chips are down, I just forge ahead. Nothing that's worth doing is easy. And I really want to get to this show, get these songs in my head. They're already in my head because I've been practicing every day. I take out my electric bass. Of course, Dave wants an upright, but I'm going to convince him that the electric bass will sound better, especially with flip drums. 3 hours, 20 minutes. What, someone just texted me. But it's about a show that I won't be at. Reginald. What is in the Mountain Dew? Stop looking at your phone while driving. I'm not. I'm looking at the road. 58, Yon's 58. Don't worry. I'm looking at the road. I know what I'm doing. But, this is a long trek. I know. Listen, back when I owned a cab company, I had to do a lot of stuff while driving. A lot more than just this. This is easy. So this is the final stretch of this long 4 days of driving. I will be on stage tonight with Sasquatch and the Sickabillies. And that will be a great accomplishment. I made it out here, ready to rock. This is going to be an incredible night. I know it. So I just recently released a new single called Smoke and Mirrors, and it's doing pretty well. I am running an ad for it on Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram. And in October, I'm going to be dropping a new song called Impoverished Identity, which is going to be something new because I've never played an acoustic guitar on a single before. Obviously, when I record my albums, there's always an acoustic guitar part, but there's never been a just acoustic-driven one-man band single. But my song Impoverished Identity, I'm pretty happy with that song. I'm pretty gruntled with how that's sounding. I love having a waltz. Because let's face it, a one-man band waltz is a gnarly thing to do. What's going on, E? Thank you so much for chiming in. And I'm pretty sure my November and December, I'm probably going to release my 2 instrumental covers of Girl and Gotta Get You Into My Life. And I'm going to load up, when I'm home at the end of October, I'm going to load up my singles for next year. I'm going to record them at, where is this? The A-Room Studio, and I only say this because Ohio Underground Exchange, even though the production there is second to none, financially it's very draining. It's worth it. I just can't afford it. So that's why in pretty sure I might release both instrumental covers in November. The next good one of my recordings back in July, I recorded Smoke and Mirrors, which is my best out of those 5. That's the best song out of those 5. I wouldn't say the best song. I recorded Showgirl, where I don't like my ending, so I want to redo that. I recorded Vicious Cycle, which is probably the best song out of those 5 overall. But my vocal performance lacks, and I discovered the right key for my vocals on that song, where I raise it up one. Once I discovered that, I started looking at my back catalog and started experimenting. Like now I play Smoke and Mirrors in the key of B flat, not A. I play Invisible in the key of D, not D flat. Blacklisted in the key of A flat, not A. there's other songs too where I raise the key. Oh, in the meantime, I'm doing that in E flat, not C. So I raised it up 3 whole steps. But I love having that low rumble. My Jazzmaster with C tuning with a proper low E flat note, played in a G formation. To my ears, that sounds really good. Because you gotta remember, when I recorded these songs initially, it was 2022. I did not have the one-man band. I did not, until November of that year. November. I didn't have C tuning. I remember playing some late October, early November shows in standard tuning with round wounds on my Jazzmaster. So I remember starting to incorporate that in November, and then by December of that year, I was like, all right, C standard, on the Jazzmaster, that sounds good. And then I was still using the Vox Pathfinder for most of it. But because of its small speaker size, I couldn't really push those low notes out to make them sound really menacing. Can I see my video of the 2010s?